broadcast. So download the Haps app, subscribe to get notified when I go live, and support my works on Haps. You can share out if you would like to share. Hopefully the connection's okay. And if you want to give coins, you can do. Tap the awards at the bottom. That are above the chat, and that goes towards to help me out in the future, because you have to get over $200 to be able to cash out. So that obviously does help in the future when I get there. So which hopefully will happen one day. So hopefully you can all see me, guys. I'm just going to show you what I'm making tonight. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes, just let people come on. So now I'll let you know I have made this recipe before. So this is HelloFresh. If you don't know what HelloFresh is, obviously we're not allowed to sell on here, but the terms of service apparently is changing. So therefore, I'm letting you know you can get a discount on HelloFresh if you're in the United States. There is a code on my link tree, which I forgot to actually put on the chat, but we are quite limited to what we can put on. So this is my link tree here. So if you find you really like this recipe, you could make this yourself, or go on the link tree. You can take out a HelloFresh subscription. Obviously, make sure you cancel it if you don't want that every week or month. Skip each week if you want to do that. And you can select different recipes and food each week. But this is a recipe that I made a couple of weeks ago. Actually a couple of months ago. So I have made this before. I made it on Periscope, but obviously we're on a new platform, so I wanted to show you how to make this live again, because I like to choose the favorite recipes. Sometimes when you take out a subscription, you like to try new foods and new recipes, and you get all the food delivered in a box. You make it, and then whether you like it or not, you can skip each week. But this is one that I made a few weeks ago. I really like it. If you've got the food in the house, you can then just go and buy the separate ingredients and then make it at home yourself. So this is pan-fried chicken thighs with spiced creamy lentils. So I am live on YouTube as well. Hello Naomi, how are you doing? Thank you for following me. Go Tigers is on. I only eat white meat. I only eat white meat chicken. Thighs are dark meat, so it's a no. Okay. Excuse me. Who else is on? Let's have Tony's on. Hi Tony, how are you doing? You were in Alexis's scope, weren't you? Are you from Philadelphia? She said you were in Philadelphia. So yeah, do follow, share out. I'm going to show you how to make this recipe because it might be one that you particularly like. Let me know how the connection is. Before I do start as well, I'm just going to show you, because I know I've sent Alexis a message saying I'm going live. This is what I'm going to be cooking later on tonight. This is a giant Christmas ham. You've seen the size of this. So I asked Alexis, I said, how long do you cook this for? She said it's 15 minutes per ounce. So this is about 5.6 ounces. So if you know ounces, I don't particularly measure in ounces, but it is very heavy. So that should take about an hour and a half, but I'm probably going to cook it for about 2 hours. So that's the ham ready. So I'm going to put that aside. I've also got some lamb as well. I'm going to be cooking tomorrow, so I might come on. I might come on in the morning. I'm not sure yet. We'll see in the morning. See how I feel. Or because it's not about me, it's about you guys. If you want to see me cook that lamb or cook the ham, then that's I'll come on and show you. But obviously you have to. Excuse me. You've got to give me rewards for doing that because. But I might come on anyway. Hello, Trudy. Do let me know where you're watching from as well. So should we make a start then? So what you're going to need then is obviously you're going to need some. It does ask here for skin on chicken thighs because obviously these are the skinned that are going to go in the pan. But you're going to need a carrot. Let me just check. So if you're doing for 2 people, you want 1 carrot, 1 leek, a half of a red chili. Thyme and sage, but I'm going to be using mixed herbs. 4 pieces of skin on chicken thighs, so it's 2 chicken thighs per person. You need some lentils. Now I'm just thinking which lentils I used. I think it's green lentils. I need to grab these out of the cupboard anyway. I forgot to take these out. If I can find them. Bear with just a second. We can start preparing the ingredients and I'll take the lentils out because they always take the longest to cook. Because I'm going to use green lentils. Hello from Kansas City, Tampa, Florida's in the house. That's good. I put ham on the meat smoker with applewood. Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice. and Trudy. So, okay, and what else? You're going to also need some chicken stock powder. So a sachet of chicken stock powder, and then 100 grams of creme fraiche. If you're making it for 3 people, add an extra one of each, or extra 2 of chicken thighs. If you're making it for 4, obviously double. Okay, so we're going to make a start. So first of all, it says trim the carrot and then quarter lengthways. No need to peel. So as I say, with HelloFresh, you get the recipe card, you get all the ingredients delivered to your house. If you want $40 off, go onto the link tree. There's a link in there for the United States. If you want the subscription, $40 off. Really, really useful. You're probably going to get it for next Christmas. Not next Christmas. Definitely would, but that'll be a long time, wouldn't it? Next year, depending on how often they ship out. I don't know for the United States, but there's a discount in there. If you're in the UK, you can get £20 off, which makes your box $9.99 for 3 meals for 2 people. Same thing for the United States. So let's make a start then. So let me get the ingredients out. So you want a carrot, a leek, and a chili. A carrot, leek, and a chili. Bear with me a second, guys. So do you remember when I made, I'm going to use this carrot that I had the other day. So do keep commenting in the box, in the chat, because it keeps notifying me to let you know that you're still here. Otherwise, sometimes it might go off. So we've got a red chili. So this is a mixed chili. Can you see this? I'll bring the camera down shortly. So I'm only going to need half of this. Some people like to keep the seeds, others don't. So hopefully that's really clear. I am live on YouTube as well. So if you ever want to watch me on YouTube, click on the link in the bio as well, in the link tree, and you can follow me on YouTube. And we need a leek. So here's a leek. Okay, so this is the leek. This is the carrot. This is the chili. So we're going to make a start. I'm going to bring you down just slightly. And once I do that, I can also... Okay, well, I'll have to lift you back up a second. Oops. That's the only problem with this selfie stick. I'm just going to push you right up. So can you all see that, guys? I know it works really, really well the other day. So we'll do this first, and then I can then do the lentils. Okay. So if the connection goes off, it will come back on. It's just the positioning, that's all. Okay. So let me peel the carrot. Well, actually, it says trim the carrot, then quarter lengthways. So I've got a nice big knife here. So trim the carrot and then quarter it lengthways. Quarter it lengthways. Oh yes, I remember now. I think this is quite a big cut. I know how this is going to be. I'm going to cut it in half anyway, and then cut it in half again. And there is a trick to this. You can keep all the skins on. And then what we're doing is chopping widthways into small pieces. So can you all see this, everybody? Are you all still with me? It says the connection's great. So when I made this last time, you want kind of small little pieces of carrot. So you see that, guys? So they're not huge, but they're small size. So it says quarter into it. Okay, I'm just going to do that one more time. Just this one. As long as the small pieces. Okay, I'm just going to do this other piece. The thing I like about HelloFresh is that it's the recipes that are really good. They inspire you to make other, make the dish again. Once you have the recipe and you've made it once, you're more likely to then do that recipe a second time or a third. And then when you think about it, when you're doing that meal, you're making something healthy rather than something that you might, get from a takeaway, or you might think, oh, I can make this, but it's really nice, and it's really healthy food. If you like, it makes tasty food. So let me know if you can hear me, guys. I don't know if I'm still connected or not. That's the worst thing about this app, is I can't see who's actually here. So trim the carrot quarter lengthways, no need to peel. Chop widthways into small pieces. Then we're going to trim the root and the dark leafy part from the leek. So we're trimming obviously wash your veggies as well. Do that first. That's the carrot. I usually put them on a plate. So we're going to trim the root and the dark leafy part. So this is the root. Get rid of that. And the dark leafy part. See, I like to keep a good amount on it, so cut there and get rid of that. Okay. I don't know if it's crashed or not. Are we still live? And then it says slice into rounds about 1/2 centimetre thick. Okay. Okay. Now I know when I was watching this video back that the chat is currently on my screen, but it's flipped, so you wouldn't be able to see it if it was the opposite way, so that's a good thing. So these are the leeks. Okay, so that's the leeks done. So we put that to one side. Okay, hopefully you can all see this well. We've got all the carrots and all the leeks. Okay, and then the last thing we need to do is half the chili lengthways. So this is where you need to make sure you wash your hands afterwards and try not to touch your face. But if you touch your face with chilies, it will go in your eyes, and you don't really want that ever. So we have the chili lengthways. Okay. Oh, all the seeds are falling out. Let's get all these seeds out. Can you all see this? It's a bit better. Obviously, if you want it spicy, then I'm going to put them into the sink. And then I'll come back to them later, because otherwise they'll go into the carrots and then make it extra spicy. So, but if you save the seeds, you could actually pop them in a plastic bag. Oops, all the carrots are going everywhere. Okay, so and we're going to do then half the chili lengthways, remove the seeds, and then finally chop. So I'm going to use I've got a smaller knife. In fact, I've got another knife. I'm going to use this red knife that I've got. I'm just going to chop it up really, really fine. Might chop these again. Can you all hear me, everybody? I think I've gone. Have I frozen? I can't read any comments. It says I'm still live, so. We'll hope for the best. In fact, I'm just going to check something, guys. 1 second. Okay, are we still there live, guys? Are we still live? This is quite a big chili, so I remember the first time they sent me this recipe, the chili was really small, so don't be worried about making the chilies too big. Just cut them a little bit smaller. Okay, we're still live. Good. Hey from Texas, is that a ceramic knife? This is a knife. I believe it is, yes. But this is actually, because I live in Yorkshire, the best knives in the world were created in Sheffield. And Richardson Sheffield is this brand of knife. And believe it or not, I only paid £1 for this knife. £1 from the shop about 2 weeks ago. So it was in a sale, and I went back to go and get some more, but they didn't have any left. But I managed to get the set, because I managed to get the different colours as well. So was there an issue with this? Was there an issue with the chat just then? Because I came off Haps just slightly, and I came back on, and the messages are coming through. So I don't know if there was an issue there. So just a reminder then, this is what we're making tonight. I'm making chicken thighs. The chicken thighs are going to be a little bit smaller than that, I'm afraid. Pan-fried chicken thighs with spicy, creamy lentils. So we've got some leek, carrots, and chili. Okay, so I'm going to put that to one side. So next thing that we need to do is prepare the herbs. So if you're using sage and thyme, this is the time when you need to take the herbs off. And this was I think this was one of the first recipes I made on HelloFresh. You want to just take the leaves off, put them to one side, and then roughly chop the sage leaves. What I'm going to use, I need to get into this cupboard. 1 second. Try my best. I might have to just move you slightly in a second, everybody. So I'm going to use these mixed herbs, which include dried basil, thyme, and oregano. So I think Alexis calls them Italian herbs. We just call them mixed herbs here. Okay. So next step then, we need to cook the vegetables. And let me get the lentils out as well. So let me just lift you up a second. Okay, 1 second, everybody. Hopefully my camera won't fall off. Now I've got some lentils in the cupboard somewhere. Let me just find them. I've got 2 different types of lentils. I've got some green lentils, and I've got some split lentils, red ones. I don't know where I've put the green lentils. So just bear with me, everybody. So they're usually in the cupboard somewhere right at the back. Yeah, I found them. Oops. I'm trying not to, you know, when you have a cupboard full of food, of stuff, and you think you move everything and it ends up being at the back of the cupboard. Here we go, fine. Here's what I want. We'll put the other stuff back, and then we'll go with instructions. Okay, I think I'm done now. 1 second, everybody. Okay. So let me just move you down, because I want you to be able to see the oven. Can you all see the hob? Can you all see the hob, this part here? I think you can see this part here, that's the main thing. So we've got some green lentils. Now with green lentils, it says they don't need to soak 25 minutes. So put 100 grams of lentils into a large saucepan with 500 millilitres of water. So I'm going to partly boil them, but I'm going to actually only boil them for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to put them in the pan, because they do actually take a while. Green lentils tend to take longer to cook than red lentils, because they're much more, they're not as soft. They just cook quicker. Red lentils cook quicker. So let's put on some hot boiling water. I can actually use some hot boiling water. 1 second. So I'll put that on. And you want 100 grams. Let me just check the actual recipe. So when it comes to lentils, you want 1 carton. So I'm guessing I might actually, if it's just for one person, let me just check. I might need 200 grams. But I use quite a lot of these lentils. So 100 grams of lentils into a large saucepan with 500 ml. We'll go with 100. As I say, I've made this before, so I'll turn this on. Hopefully you can all see this okay. Change the grams. Let's put this on the lid. It seems to not be working. just do it on this side. Move this out of the way. Sorry, everybody. I don't have a lot of space. That's the worst thing. Once I've got the right amount of lentils in, I shall change it to grams. That's fine. I'm just going to add this in. Oops. Okay, back to grams. So 100 grams then. I'm going to add. Oops, I've just gone over, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so I've put 100 grams of lentils in here. Hello Howard, America Downtown. Thanks for watching. And then we're going to add in 500 grams of boiling water. So 500 grams of hot boiling water. There we go. Okay, so we're going to add this to the pan. I'm going to pop this in on another hob because I'll be using this side for the chicken thighs. So let's turn this on. And turn this off. So I don't need that anymore. Okay, so that's the lentils boiling away. I'm going to let them boil for about 20 minutes. Let me just come out this again and try and see what happens. Can you all still hear me, everybody? Okay, so the next thing then is we're going to heat a splash of oil in a large saucepan over the medium heat. I'm going to use the big pan today. I'm going to use the big pan. So let's get this one on. So I'll just add it on to medium. We're going to add a splash of oil. So I'll try not to get this all everywhere like I did last time. Just keep it open. So a splash of oil. This is extra virgin olive oil. If somebody could just send me a quick message just to let me know I'm still connected, otherwise I might have to restart the broadcast. I don't know if that's still an issue, because just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. So this pan's now on. I'm going to let the lentils boil for about 10 minutes because I know that when I put them in the pan before, when it's hot, they do take longer to cook. So we'll part boil them first. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody there? Says I'm live. Might have to restart this broadcast if you can't hear me. Can you comment? Let me try commenting and then see what happens. Is there anybody there? This is the worst thing about this app. I love it. I love the fact you can share out, you know, across different platforms. But if you can't hear me or comment on here, then it's really frustrating. Anybody there? I feel like I'm the only one here. Is anybody there? No, I don't think anybody's there. So we're going to restart